You've been led to believe that a meaningful life must be a complex life, a constant struggle against overwhelming odds, a puzzle of endless variables, and a chaotic management of intricate demands. You believe that intelligence is proven by the ability to manage overwhelming stress, and that worth is measured by how busy and complicated your life appears to be. You look at your to-do list, your financial spreadsheets, your relational dramas, and you conclude, life is complex. But what if this deeply ingrained belief in complexity is the single greatest lie you've ever been sold? Owen Hermstring asserts that this feeling of overwhelming complexity is not an inherent state of reality. It is a manufactured energetic frequency broadcast by a world that profits from your confusion, ensuring your reality remains difficult and preventing you from accessing the simple truth of the higher law. Imagine your consciousness as a highly focused, ordered system. Hermstring posits that the human mind, in its unexamined state, is susceptible to an addiction to chaos as a subconscious proof of its own importance. If life is simple, then are you truly necessary? If solutions are easy, then are you truly valuable? This psychological need for intricacy merges seamlessly with external societal conditioning, forming the great deception of complexity. Hermstring is unequivocal. The human mind, in its unexamined state, is addicted to chaos as a proof of its own importance. The great deception is the lie that complexity is a measure of worth. A life of struggle is not a badge of honor. It is the predictable output of a mind programmed for dissonance. The truth is simple. If your reality feels overwhelmingly complex, you are merely mirroring the manufactured confusion of the collective, not the effortless design of the universe. This means that the relentless feeling of struggle you experience is not a sign of your external battle. It is the predictable output of a mind that has been programmed to believe that simplicity equates to inadequacy. The energetic mechanism of this deception is profoundly insidious because it actively broadcasts resistance. The belief life is complex is a low-frequency broadcast of struggle and opposition. This signals to the universe that you require intricate, difficult pathways, thereby ensuring every task feels harder and every solution is convoluted. This belief also keeps your focus outside yourself. When life is overwhelmingly complicated, you are forced to seek external solutions, financial advisors, relationship gurus, endless self-help systems, and consumer products, reinforcing the lie that your power resides externally. This mechanism of control, employed by the forces of consumerism and societal pressure, ensures you remain dependent on external systems rather than your own simple, innate wisdom. Furthermore, complexity demands multitasking and continuous cognitive switching, linking to the grand deception of multitasking from a previous script. This fragments your consciousness, diluting your power and preventing the clear, coherent, energetic broadcast needed for precise, simple manifestation. Consider the individual who believes that wealth management must be intricate and stressful. This mindset broadcasts resistance, making them avoid simple financial truths, leading to complicated debt structures or unnecessary reliance on overly complex financial products. The complexity they experience is a direct reflection of their energetic resistance to the simplicity of clear financial flow. Or think of the person whose relationships are defined by constant drama and over-analysis. This complex mindset broadcasts friction, attracting chaotic partners and cycles, rather than embracing simple, authentic connection. The truth Hermstring reveals is that life is simple when you understand the higher law. The initial step to unlocking this simplicity is to recognize that the complexity you are experiencing is not a truth of the universe, but an energetic lie you have been trained to believe and are actively broadcasting. You've exposed the great deception, the lie that a meaningful life must be a complex, overwhelming struggle. But if life isn't inherently complex, what simple, powerful law governs everything you see, feel, and experience, and immediately simplifies the path to your desires? Owen Hermstring reveals this as the higher law of simple reflection. Your external reality is not a random chaos, but a precise, instantaneous mirror of your internal state, your being. Understanding this simple, impartial law immediately cuts through life's perceived struggles. Imagine the universe as a vast, impeccable mirror, and the higher law is the simple, non-negotiable principle by which it operates. The outside world must and will mirror the inside world instantly and without question. Hermstring states, "Life is simple because the law governing it is simple." The higher law is the law of simple reflection. The outside world must and will mirror the inside world instantly and without question. Complexity is merely the shadow cast by internal conflict, where the mind fights the reflection it sees. The moment you unify your broadcast, the outside world loses its power to confuse you. This profound insight reveals that the feeling of overwhelming complexity is merely the energetic shadow cast by your own internal conflict, the dissonance between your conscious desire and your subconscious broadcast. The energetic mechanism of this law is the ultimate simplifier. When you apply this law, every external problem is instantly distilled down to a single, manageable, internal source. A complex financial problem spanning markets, taxes, and debt is no longer a massive external puzzle. It is simplified to a direct reflection of your internal scarcity frequency. A persistent relational issue is not a complex personality conflict. It is a mirror of your internal unhealed wound or a boundary you haven't set. This insight immediately shifts your focus from the overwhelming, convoluted external problem to the single, manageable internal source. Furthermore, the law of simple reflection operates with no time delay. You don't have to wait years to see if your inner work is working. You feel the shift immediately in your body's energy and see it reflected in the next external interaction. This instant feedback loop accelerates the path to simplicity as you get real-time data on your frequency, allowing you to bypass the need for elaborate, complex planning. This law establishes you as the sovereign architect of your reality. Once you understand the mirror, the outside world loses its power to dictate your life. Its perceived power was only ever a reflection of your own. This understanding cuts through the illusion of external control and simplifies your decision-making process to one simple question: what frequency am I broadcasting right now? This simple query dissolves the great deception of complexity. Topic 1. The intricate planning, the endless worry, the chaotic management of variables all become unnecessary noise once you understand the simple input-output mechanism of the higher law. The law you neglect, Hermstring reveals, is to understand that the chaos you see is a function of the dissonance you carry. Embrace the simplicity of the law, and your life will effortlessly reflect that simple, powerful truth. You understand the undeniable law of simple reflection. You know that complexity is a lie, and the solution to your external struggle is simple, internal alignment. So why, when you try to apply this simple truth, does your own mind seem to fight you, pulling you back toward the very chaos and struggle you want to escape? Owen Hermstring reveals this as the grand paradox, the central counterintuitive conflict between the conscious mind's desire for ease and the subconscious mind's deep, primal preference for the known struggle. Your mind actively blocks simplicity and effortless flow because it registers the unknown, ease, freedom, profound success, as a greater threat than the predictable, familiar pain. Imagine your subconscious mind as a deeply loyal but profoundly fearful guardian, programmed for survival above all else. This guardian operates on the principle of familiarity being synonymous with safety. The chaos, the struggle, the complexity, these have been the defining parameters of your reality for so long that they are registered as the known safe zone, the comfort zone of chaos. Hermstring states, the human spirit yearns for expansion, but the subconscious, a loyal but fearful guardian, clings to the frequency of known struggle, actively blocking the simplest path to its own liberation. It mistakes effortless flow for danger and complicated suffering for safety. Your resistance to ease is the mind's greatest act of self-sabotage. This means that when the simple solution appears, the subconscious flags it as dangerous because it violates the established energetic blueprint of struggle, triggering a powerful magnetic pull back to the familiar. The energetic mechanism of this paradox is profoundly limiting. The constant push-pull between the conscious desire for simplicity and the subconscious preference for struggle creates immense energetic friction. This low-frequency internal conflict consumes vast amounts of creative energy that should be flowing outward for manifestation. Instead, your energy is spent in a futile battle against your own programming. Furthermore, this grand paradox creates an energetic gravitational pull towards the familiar. The dense, low-frequency energy of the known struggle overrides the lighter, higher frequency of effortless flow. This pulls you back into self-sabotaging behaviors that complicate matters, e.g., overanalyzing simple decisions, creating unnecessary drama, missing clear opportunities, just to justify the subconscious programming that life must be hard. Consider the individual who consciously desires effortless wealth. When a simple, clear opportunity for income arises, e.g., raising prices, delegating tasks, their subconscious activates the fear of the void and creates anxiety, causing them to complicate the process, procrastinate, or sabotage the simplicity of the solution. They subconsciously prefer the identity of the one who struggles but is worthy to the one who has it easy and is therefore suspect, or think of the person whose relationships are defined by drama. When a stable, peaceful partner appears, their subconscious, accustomed to the familiar chaos of past relationships, manufactures conflict, initiates fights, or pushes the partner away, mistaking peace for boredom or danger. This active sabotage is the paradox in action, ensuring that complexity reigns supreme over the simple truth of the higher law. Understanding this grand paradox, that your mind is trying to protect you by keeping you in pain, is the critical next step toward disarming its fear and choosing the simple path of genuine liberation. You've accepted the undeniable truth that your subconscious prefers struggle. Your mind knows this, yet your gut instinct screams, push harder, try harder to simplify this mess. What if that very action, the desire to apply intense effort to achieve simplicity, is the final, grand deception that ensures your life remains complicated? Owen Hermstring reveals that excessive effort to simplify your life is not progress. It is a powerful broadcast of resistance that amplifies the complexity and ensures you stay the same. Imagine your goal is to achieve simplicity and flow, which is a high-frequency state of effortlessness. The illusion of effort to simplify is the counterintuitive trap of applying struggle-based energy, hustle, force, pushing, to achieve an outcome that is defined by the absence of struggle. This attempt to force simplicity is an energetic contradiction that results in amplified resistance and guaranteed complexity. Hermstring is direct in his warning. The mind seeking simplicity through struggle engages in a profound energetic contradiction. The illusion of effort is the belief that a complex solution can yield a simple result. When you push harder to simplify, your strained belief broadcasts resistance to complexity, which the universe interprets as resistance itself, ensuring life remains complicated. True simplicity is not fought for, it is aligned with. This means that your intense effort is interpreted by the universe not as a desire for ease, but as a commitment to the struggle, because your frequency is struggle. The energetic mechanism of this trap is profoundly self-defeating. The underlying frequency of trying harder to simplify is not ease, it's resistance to complexity. The universe, being a mirror, reflects the core broadcast, resistance. This results in more obstacles, delays, and complications. Furthermore, this effort fuels the grand paradox. Topic 3. Confirming the subconscious's fearful programming that change is hard, or simplicity must be earned through suffering. This strengthens the old program. The energetic contradiction of applying force to attract flow is an energetic impossibility. Flow and force are opposing frequencies. Your energetic field becomes a battleground of friction, consuming vast amounts of creative energy and ensuring that the complexity of your struggle overrides your desire for simplicity. The frantic, loud energy of more effort to simplify actively drowns out the subtle whispers of intuition and inspired action. Intuition is the path of least resistance. By pushing, you miss the precise, effortless nudges that would actually lead to simplicity. Consider the person who tries to simplify their possessions by frantically throwing things out. But the underlying fear is, I will run out. Scarcity blueprint. The forced effort broadcasts anxiety and resistance, making the process stressful and ensuring they soon fill the void with new consumption. The internal complexity, anxiety, sabotages the external simplicity, decluttering. Or think of the leader who struggles to delegate, to simplify their workload, because they are programmed with the belief, I must do it all to be worthy. The forced effort to delegate is met with resistance from the inner blueprint, leading to micromanagement, which ultimately complicates the process more than if they had just done the task themselves. The one thing to stop doing is pushing so hard against the simple truth of the law of simple reflection. True simplicity is not a goal to be fought for, it is a frequency to be aligned with. You've faced the subtle ways your mind complicates everything. You've acknowledged the grand paradox of preferring known struggle, and you've seen the futility of using the illusion of effort to simplify. Now the crucial question arises, how do you actively fix the internal software? How do you restore the simple, effortless flow of life? Owen Hermstring reveals the solution is not self-help, but self-programming through the energetic debug, a systematic, deliberate hack to isolate, halt, and rewrite the faulty code that creates complexity and struggle. Imagine your life is currently running on a complex software program filled with bugs, errors, and unnecessary lines of code, your limiting beliefs. These errors mandate struggle, ensuring every outcome is complicated. Hermstring insists that you must become the conscious debugger of your own mind. He states, complexity is merely an output error. Your subconscious is a program. The energetic debug is the conscious act of isolating the limiting code, the beliefs that mandate struggle, and deleting its energetic charge, replacing it with the truth of your sovereign simplicity. This is the hack to restoring your life to its natural, effortless design. This means the feeling of life being hard is not a truth of the universe, but an output error that you can fix by systematically cleaning your energetic circuitry. The energetic debug involves a multifaceted conscious approach. First, isolate the faulty code, diagnosis. You cannot debug a program if you don't know where the error lies. When you feel overwhelmed, stuck, or find yourself overthinking, this is a bug in the code. Identify the exact limiting belief program, e.g., I must struggle to be worthy. Simplicity is boring. I'm not safe if I'm not busy. This is the diagnosis. Critically ask yourself, is this task actually complex, or is my mind complicating it to justify my worth? This exposes the grand paradox in real time. Acknowledge that this complexity is likely rooted in an ancestral or societal program linking to topic 1. Second, halt and energetic delete, purging the faulty code. Once the bug is identified, you must halt its execution and delete its energetic charge. Practice the sacred pause and pattern. Interruption. When the automatic complication, overthinking, struggle, thought arises, consciously interrupt it immediately. This halts the program in its tracks. Engage in emotional processing and release. Allow any suppressed emotions tied to the faulty code, e.g., fear of being insignificant, anxiety about not being busy, to be felt fully and released. Unprocessed emotion fuels the bug. Actively visualize the faulty code, the belief that life must be complex, being deleted, erased, or fragmented from your mental screen. Imagine vast amounts of mental clutter dissolving into a clear, simple white space. This signals energetic deletion. Third, install and flood, programming the new code of ease. Immediately flood the cleared space with the new desired program of simplicity. Consistently declare your desired new program identity using powerful sovereign I am declarations with embodiment, e.g., I am worthy of effortless flow, I am a magnet for elegant simplicity, my life is defined by ease. Infuse these with deep feeling and align actions. Practice the one thing focus, linking to illusion of effort. T4. Practice radical single tasking. Dedicate your full, unfragmented consciousness to the single most important task. This broadcasts a clear, powerful signal of simplicity. Flood your mind with content that embodies effortless flow, abundance, and clarity. Finally, consistent practice and reinforcement. The subconscious learns through repetition. Daily, consistent application of these steps is vital to make the new debugged program, the code of ease, the dominant one. Celebrate every micro moment where you successfully choose the simple path, resist overthinking, or experience a feeling of ease. This positive feedback reinforces the new programming, making the mind unbound your new default. You've debugged the programs of struggle, you've installed a new blueprint of simplicity, and you understand the failure of the illusion of effort. But what is the active ingredient? The single sovereign action, needed to instantly override centuries of deeply ingrained programming and activate the new, effortless flow. Owen Hermstring reveals it, the sovereign choice, the deliberate, conscious decision made in the present moment to choose the high-frequency state of ease, trust, and simplicity over the familiar, low-frequency state of complexity, doubt, and fear. This choice is the ultimate hack to reclaiming your power. Imagine your mind as a dual-channel radio. One channel is constantly broadcasting the old programs of struggle. Life must be hard. I must fight. I am inadequate. The other channel is the frequency of ease, flow, and limitless potential. The sovereign choice is the ultimate command that switches the dial. Hermstring states, freedom is not a discovery, it is a choice made in the present moment. The sovereign choice is the ultimate command, a conscious decision to choose the frequency of ease, instantly overriding the low vibrational programming of complexity and doubt. You do not wait for simplicity to arrive, you declare it as your current energetic reality, and the universe is compelled to obey the clarity of your command. This means that you don't need years of therapy or analysis to change your life. You need a single sovereign act of will in the now to change your broadcast. The energetic mechanism of this hack is profound. Choosing ease over struggle is an immediate shift in frequency. The universe, being an instantaneous mirror, topic 2, begins to reflect this new state immediately. This is the power of the hack. By consciously choosing ease, you are sending a high-frequency command that overrules the subconscious's default programming. The grand paradox, topic 3. The mind's old programming, e.g., and this must be hard, is starved of attention and power by the deliberate act of choosing the opposite. This choice instantly unifies your entire being. Your mind, choice, emotions, feeling ease, and body, relaxed posture, align to broadcast a single, coherent, and unstoppable signal of simplicity, eliminating the dissonance that complexity requires. Furthermore, choosing ease is synonymous with choosing flow. It activates your intuition, guiding you to the path of least resistance, which is the definition of simplicity. This contrasts with the self-sabotage of the illusion of effort. Topic 4. The sovereign choice is an active, daily discipline. It is the moment you resist the urge to panic and overthink when a complex work problem lands on your desk, and instead mentally declare, I choose ease. The solution is simple. This instantly shifts the frequency from panic to complexity to trust, clarity. It is the moment when a bill arrives, triggering the old scarcity program, and you immediately pivot the thought to gratitude and affirmation. I choose abundance. I am grateful for the flow of money. This instantly overrides the low-frequency fear broadcast. The sovereign choice is the ultimate declaration of sovereignty over your internal landscape. It requires courage to tolerate the discomfort of the unknown and actively choose freedom over the false safety of familiar struggle. Topic 5. But this choice is the ultimate hack to self-mastery, transforming your mind from a master that controls you to a trusted ally that supports your effortless flow. You've anchored your consciousness in the present. You've embraced the radical redefinition of your blueprint, and you've systematically purged the old sabotaging programs. What's the ultimate reward for this profound liberation? Owen Hermstring reveals it. You become the aligned being, a state of profound freedom, effortless creation, and boundless expansion, where being the same is impossible, and continuous joyful change is the natural law of your existence. Imagine your life not as a battle against resistance, but as a masterpiece unfolding with divine precision. The internal stuckness is gone because its source, the conflicting signals and old programming, has been dissolved. Hermstring states, the goal is not to control the plot, but to embody the quality of the narrative. When your being is fully aligned, your life ceases to be a static reflection of the past and becomes an unfolding masterpiece, where change is not a battle to be won, but a natural state to be lived. This means your life is no longer defined by stagnation. It is defined by its constant, harmonious evolution. The energetic mechanism of the aligned being is pure, coherent flow. With your energetic blueprint radically redefined and your mind anchored in the present, all internal friction disappears. Your mind and body work as one unified broadcast system. The mind's conscious intention is supported by the body's energetic wisdom, creating a powerful, coherent signal. The universe, a perfect mirror, responds to this unified signal with effortless manifestation. Ideas, opportunities, and resources flow to you with astonishing ease and speed, linking to previous discussions on flow and synchronicity. This is the key to living an unstoppable ascent. The individual who used to be paralyzed by the inner critic, T2, now acts with confident, inspired action. Their mind no longer plays old limiting programs. Instead, it consistently projects an empowering blueprint, leading to a reality that matches their highest conscious intentions. They no longer try to force success, T4, but embrace alignment and trust. Their career progresses with synchronicity and purpose, as their inner world is in harmony. The person who once attracted less than they deserved, T5, now finds deeply respectful connections and opportunities appearing naturally, mirroring their elevated sense of worth. The feeling of not enough is replaced by profound inner peace and joy. You find fulfillment in the present moment, in the harmonious flowing experience of life itself. This joyful embodiment is the highest frequency broadcast. The sovereign creator fully embodies the understanding that their reality is their conscious design. Challenges are met not with internal conflict or fear, but with the combined wisdom of mind and body. Your resilience becomes unwavering because your entire being is working together to find solutions and navigate change. The ultimate reward is that the old cycles are broken forever. You are no longer defined by your past, by frantic effort, or by unseen agreements. You are defined by the vibrant creative power of your presence, living a life where continuous expansion and change are your natural, unstoppable state. If Owen Hermstring's message resonated and you're ready to embody your worth, join our community. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the notification bell. We're dedicated to helping you master your energetic blueprint for a life of effortless success. Leave a comment below and tell us, what old blueprint are you ready to rewrite today? Your journey to an unbound, successful reality begins when you